Why do we regret? Because we forget. Why do we forget? Because we are disconnected. We are disconnected from what? From the highest meaning of our lives. When we lack the essence of a meaning, we are disconnected. So, what do you regret most? I'll tell you something. I am very sure it's something, an event that happens in the past. Okay, are you willing to lose the grip from that event? No, Ralph, it is so painful. I cannot forget this. We are disconnected. So, what can I do? What should I do? What must happen? If we leave the concepts and the language aside and we just bring present and silence, the answer will reveal himself. Listen, there is nothing outside there, absolutely nothing, that has more power that is in you. You have to connect to your power, and the way we connect to our power is always leaving the negative energy in one side. If I say no to negative energies, I'm saying yes to life. Life is the power. Life is you. Life is anything that lifts you up and supports you. So when you connect to life as a meaning, it wipes out any negative state, vibration, energy, event. A visual example is this. If you do something just thinking about loving what you are doing to someone else, something greater than you, sense the energy. When you want to give someone a gift, when you want to give someone a surprise, when you want to do something genuinely for someone because you want to experience the happiness and the joy, feel the energy you will have. You cannot be tired when you are doing something from love. Why? Because you are alive. Now, regret has a very powerful lesson and is a gift because obviously you cannot tell people to move on if they don't know where they are going. We cannot tell someone, listen, sort out this because you are an adult. That is very difficult. Something is missing there. When you have the compassion to understand the pain that you have been through, that those people are in their journey, any single soul is floating at the right point where they choose. So the game here is we forget that life is expressing the effect of our choices. Now, are we conscious when we make decisions? Are we conscious when we choose? That is the lesson of regretting. So if I regret something in the past, let me go and see the choices I had at that time. With compassion, I will understand that I wasn't awake, that I wasn't conscious. I couldn't do it different or better. That's all I had at that moment. Now, from this perspective, from the willingness to lose the grip with this pain, I will give my life a meaning. Anytime you have meaning, your direction and your power is clear. Now, what type of meaning? It will be based on your intention and choices. Let me stop here, and I hope this is useful for you. Choices are the reflection of your intention. If I like peanut butter and I move to the shop to buy it, there is an intention, which is I want to enjoy the taste of it. Now, that intention will bring a choice. I might choose fruits, peanut butter, or water. So the intention is the power, and it will shake and it will move me towards a choice. Now you will see me in the supermarket and I will just go in front of the section of what I want. I will grab it and I will put it into the bucket. That is the decision. I am deciding after the choice. Now, when I have that product in my house, the reflection of that, the effect is based on my intention, my choice, and the decision. So if, let's say, you want to lose weight, just go and open your furniture and you will see everything there. That's the reflection of your choices and your decision. Now, you cannot blame the system. You cannot blame the country. You cannot blame the past. Just what you have in front is the response of your choices. So in life, any circumstances we find ourselves, there is an element of decision and choice. If the meaning was strong, the outcome is different. You feel peace, you are in a blissful state, you feel complete. If the choice and the meaning was lacking, you will feel pain, you will feel regret, you will feel low. Now, the good news is we always have constant intention. That's how given the universe is, and that's how lovable life is. So it's never late. In fact, I have exterminated the word late in my vocabulary. Why? Because it wipes out pressure. If I put time in this field of self-evolution, it's unnecessary. Why do I need time for? Do I need to become a better version of myself in a time, in 1 year, in 1 week? It makes no sense. So we exterminate time, therefore pressure goes out, and what we bring is just the observation, the intention to observe. So what are you regretting? It might be the very message to rise up your life, to become aligned with life. What are we regretting? Will be the calling to see if we have a deep meaning or not. Another example of this, meaning. When someone goes to a war to defend his country, when someone goes to court to defend something valuable, when someone stands up in a situation, even if he's scared or she's scared, what makes that situation is the meaning, the value of that meaning. So when you go to war, it's because the meaning is so strong that the choices and the intentions are aligned with that meaning. So it's not the fact that you are going to war, it's the expression of the meaning of why you're doing it. Now, you might be going to war because of pride. You might be going to war because you are greedy. You might be going to war because you just want to spread out your anger. That's the meaning. There is lacking a positive meaning. Now, I don't think you want to go to war. You would love to have peace. Why? Because the meaning, the value of your life is different. You value life, you value the present, and you value the gift of being what you are. Therefore, your choices will be different. If I say, let's go to war, you say, Ralph, thank you. See you the next life. This one, I'm not going to war. The meaning. Now, sometimes the meaning also is lacking the awareness. It's lacking the sense. The source into your meaning is the purpose. So in life, I spoke to a friend and it was very, very clear because at that time, I could see that sometimes in life, the spirit, we want to get something. Sometimes we want to do something, and sometimes we want to become something. This is powerful, and this is the resume of the trajectory of a spirit in a lifetime. So I want to get something because it's outside there, and I have to get it no matter what. That's when we work hard, we invest, we continue, but there is no meaning there. We just want to get. Okay? So when once we get that thing, for example, the stage in your life where you were just doing all your best to survive, you were getting. The meaning there was to survive. When I say there is no meaning, I don't want to put you in confusion. I mean the positive one. I mean the wise and the extensive meaning, the one that supports life. Okay? So when you want to get something, you are just focusing on survival. It's limited. Your mind says, if I don't get it, I will die. The biggest fear of any human being is dying. So when I want to get, I want to survive because I don't want to die. Once you get, now you know how to work, you have learned, you have experience, you have saved some money. Now you want to do. Now your importance is switches. You want to do things. You want to bake for your kids. You want to create. You want to teach. You want to learn. You want to do things. You want to produce. The meaning has changed because you have already learned how to get, and now you know that you can produce. You can affect. Remember, your choices can affect your present. So now you want to produce. That is why sometimes we get obsessed with the work, with productive. The more I'm doing, the more I'm getting, the more I'm earning money, and that's my meaning at that time. Now, when you cross and you transcend that, you say, hold on 1 second. I want to become. I want to express life. I want growth. I want fulfillment. Now, pleasure is very short. Fulfillment is different. I love coffee. If I have a nice coffee with the environment, the time, the people, the moment, my disposition to enjoy the coffee, not with the phone, not this, just being one, that's fulfillment. Now, if I just want to hurry up, go and drink the coffee because I just want to fulfill that need, the pleasure is short. So there is a huge difference between fulfillment and pleasure. The satisfaction in one direction is expansive. It never ends. Because when I had a good coffee in a good environment, what comes next is based on that energy that I've just spread. That's when we say I had a good day. It's the compounding of moments that have been complete. Now, when it's pleasure, it's short. I need more. I feel incomplete. I want to complete from outside. That's why it's a spiral. That's why the desire is so powerful. Why? Because I feel incomplete. I have to fulfill. Now, when I choose to become, the game is different. Now I'm open. The meaning is strong. The meaning is positive. Now I want to serve. Now I will not negotiate honesty with myself. I will not negotiate integrity with myself. I will not negotiate the courage to move in the direction of life, to face what is painful, to face discomfort, to transcend, to understand people from compassion. Because those people, I am part of them. We are all the same. So when you want to become, that game is not very attractive for all of us. And I understand why. Because each soul is where they are. So someone might be in a stage that they want to get. Ralph, don't tell me stories right now of becoming. I just want to sort out this. Pay my bills, do this. It's respectable, it's acceptable. You are in that stage. Now, the effect and the consequences of those choices, those are the things that will determine your meaning. So that's why I invite you not to blame what you have, because it's based on your choices and it can be changed. Okay? Now, the second point is the one that is doing. Ralph, don't tell me stories now because I'm creating. I just want to do. I just want to produce. I have been struggling and now everything is coming on my face. Don't tell me now to become. It's perfect. That's your state as well. But remember, your intention, your choices, and what you decide is expressing as your present. So instead of regretting, instead of blaming or judging, you accept that you are in that stage, you love it, you understand it. And the next, sorry for the dog, the door is open. So the next point, which is going to be to become, will come on its own. So, sorry, I'm going to hold the door. Sorry. So, for example, I told a friend, the readiness to move to the next stage, it can be forced. It cannot be imposed. Any stage, any step will come on its own. Why? Because any spirit has a different destiny. In my particular case, it came because my mom, when she passed at 9, my life had a different meaning. The first task or assessment life gave me was to work on attachment. So my destiny was different. When you take someone that you love to the cemetery, the job that you have at that moment, the exercise to examine is the attachment. How attached are you to that person, to that spirit? What is the meaning that you give with the situation of not having that person in life? So my life was different. My steps were different. So I had to go to become straight away and avoid getting and doing, because that was the meaning of my life. So if you are in the stage of getting, it might be because you came from a family or you came from a background where you didn't have, a normal life and normal things. So it makes perfect sense for you to move towards getting. Now, that's not your final direction, at least when your meaning changes. Now, let's say you're a person that you are doing, you might come from the background that they have always told you will not make it. You are less. So now you want to do, you create a business, you feel proud, but be careful with the proud, because when you feel the pride, you have to defend it. It costs me a lot to have this business. I'm not losing it. Again, attachment. So attachment, when you work on it, it will take you straight to become someone. That's the threshold. That's the bridge. So the more, and this example is very visible, the more we attach to something, the longer and the extensive it is. I am attached to the past that I'm regretting. My pain is constant. I am attached to the future and anxiety of worrying. The pain is extensive. When I lose the grip, be careful, because detachment is different from non-attachment. Detachment can be cold, can be this common words, I don't care. Be careful. We do have to care, even if we think we don't care. Everything matters, everything counts. Now, non-attachment is different, because you are still feeling, but you are connecting. That's why accepting is powerful. Okay? So mom, she passed when I was 9. I had to work on attachment. I had to understand that she's not here physically, but spiritually, she's in me. She has never died. She has transformed the body because of the law of the universe. One day I will have to leave the body to the universe, because that's the law. It gives me a body. Now I'm a man. this is Ralph, but I'll have to leave this body. But the spirit, which is life, that is for me the meaning of spirit. When I talk about your soul, your mind, and your body, I'm meaning the life, the mind, and the body. So, mom, I had to work on attachment. I will never kiss that body. I will never hug that body. I will never see that body in motion. But the life, the spirit she is. That's why my mom has never died. She is life. She's in me. So the meaning of my life is based on the choices, on the circumstances. So even a 4-year-old child has already the choice. Now the difference is how aware, how conscious we are. Okay, so because we are forever, the spirit of child, that's where the innocence comes. We will always have the spirit of child. That's why we don't need to punish ourselves. Now I am close to my 40s. Yeah, but my essence is a child. I still have those things. I still feel. I still remember. I still trust. I still fail. I still, I still cry. That's the child in all of us. Now the body, the expression of the universe is changing. Now I'll be becoming much more older. The expression of the body will be aligned with the unfolding of life. At some point, I will have to leave the body. But as life, I will be always there. Now, in this three-dimensional world, the meaning is my GPS, is my compass in life. Without meaning, without a compass or GPS or direction, I don't know where I'm going. That's why we regret. That's why we regret, and that is why we forget, and that is why we disconnect. So I hope this video is valuable for you to make a resume so it's digestible for you. You might be in a stage of getting because you want to survive. Watch the vibes, the energies, how you feel, and study the meaning, the direction you want to take. You might be in a stage where you want to do things. You are overdoing. Why you find that temple, that garden, very useful for you. That's the meaning. Because it costs you to get. Now you know how to produce. You're obsessed with it. You might be in a stage now where you are crossing the line in the frontier of doing, oh, I've done a lot. I've got a lot. Now I want to experience life with a different taste. I want to be calm. I want to stay at service. I'm just generous. I just have love to spread and give. I just want to learn. That stage now, if you are in that one, for me, that's the final destiny. Why? Because it's coming to you, to life, to your essence. Criminality is impossible. Negative vibe is impossible. Illness is impossible because life is not prone to illness. If you look at life, life is always alive. The essence of life is light. So sometimes we go to the hospital, which is nice. We run to the medicaments or whatever. But sometimes the solution is the meaning and the connection to life. That's the power. Okay? Remember, I will post another video so you can understand the difference with recovering and repairing, but in this precise field of meaning. So once you want to repair something, you know that it's not deep. It's a quick fix thing. Once you want to recover, that's the total extinction of what you want to recover from. So the meaning brings recovery straight away. So don't force the state. If you are in any state of them, we don't force them. They will come on its own. Some event will happen. It will hit you so strong. It will shift your direction. You will deny that you need help and support. Once you see the death telling you, if you don't ask for help, you will have to drop the body, you might be awake. Maybe it's this video. Maybe something that happened. Maybe you hear it. Maybe you read it. So it will come because life will support you always. Life is a giving source. Okay? So let's try to say no to negative way of seeing life. And let's try to say yes to being positive. Let's allow the positive thinking to come in. We can choose to be overthinking machines, but also we can choose to be renovating and supportive machines. That's the intention. Okay? So, my question is, do you want to feel peace? Do you want to feel alive? Do you want to create your meaning? Yes, Ralph, I want. Perfect. This video is for you. This channel is for you. So, all I have to give you is love by invitation. I am in the state of becoming. Now, I didn't force it. I had to grow to any stage. Okay? I skipped getting and doing, but I did have to have some moments where, of course, I needed to. Don't get me wrong. I needed to get, I needed to do, but that wasn't the meaning. That was the transition, which is different. So becoming, it might come and go in your life, but when it's not stable, when it's not constant, that's the reflection of the point you are. Okay? So choose recovery over repair. Choose positive over negative. Choose examination over regret. Choose connection to life rather than quick pleasures, rather than, impulsive things. You don't just only respond to life, you become life. So when we react to life, that reaction is coming from emotion. When we respond to life, it's coming from peace. But if we become it, it's because the energy of acceptance is there. Every single video, I will repeat myself. Compassion means understanding the suffering that you are going through and the sufferings of others. That's the beauty and the source of compassion. Once I understand that you might be in a stage where it is absolutely based on your choice, by ignorance, by choice, by unawareness, by whatever, and I've been there, there is no judgment. So I cannot judge you. What I can do is to send you love, to understand, to serve you as best as I can because I am becoming. Now the meaning of my life is very simple. Anything that I know I have learned, I need to share it. There is no point taking this to the grave. There is no point transforming the body, leaving it to the universe without giving out everything. So take from this video what is valuable for you. Take love, take peace, take good energy. Enjoy your day. It's never how it begins. It is how it ends. Maybe after this video, your day has a different direction and different meaning. Thank you very much. May God bless your spirit forever.